We are bringing back these songs that they are so, I would say, in some way lost, that it should be bring it back, because there's so beautiful melodies there that if we don't do it or somebody do it, it will get lost. Through the time, eventually, nobody will remember these songs.
Sephardic songs are songs that are passed down in an oral tradition. They've been written down now, but for hundreds of years they were just from family to family, all the way down through the generations.
Before the Spanish Inquisition, Jews, Muslims, Christians lived in Spain relatively peacefully together. At the time of the Inquisition, of course, anyone who was not Catholic had to leave Spain or convert or be killed. So the Jews that stayed or left took this, what we call Judeo-Spanish or Ancient Castilian, and they spoke it in secret if they were still in Spain and in a lot of the other parts of the world too, for fear of persecution. And that language is commonly referred to as Ladino.
As the Jews were exiled from Spain and they went all over Europe, the language of Ladino changed a bit. It's been fused with mixtures of language and different vowels and different letters and different spellings and slight different pronunciations.
The Ladino was specifically the language of those Jews that left Spain at the time of the Inquisition and still carried on and passed the songs down orally through generations, because it was illegal to practice it because then they knew they were Jewish. So it has a lot in common with flamenco, which also has a lot of oral tradition.
The flamenco songs also have been handed down generation to generation, same with the Ladino songs, and there's a lot of similar melodies, just I think they're both coming from the same country from so many years ago.
I had fallen in love with flamenco many years ago in Barcelona, and I'm just so entranced by the music and really wanted to produce not only a flamenco show, but combining flamenco with my other passions and background in classical music.
I have been in love with Sephardic music since I heard about it when I was little in synagogue, and I started researching it, and I found a guitarist, and he and I used to collaborate and create new versions of these songs as well, using flamenco rhythms, because he was a flamenco guitarist. My biggest role that I do all the time is Carmen by Georges Bizet, and so I took songs that were about passion, love, infidelity, murder, which all these Sephardic songs also have. And then we fused it with Middle Eastern and flamenco rhythms and musicians and created this album. And Jeff heard this album from my sister-in-law. And then years passed and he called me.
It just seemed an amazing fit, and an idea that had not really been tried before, of bringing classical guitarists together with a flamenco guitarist with opera singers, and it grew out of that, and I wanted it to be a collaboration, basically everybody bringing their mastery of talents to the table and learning how to fuse them together.
Collaboration was something that was really, truly moving for all of us, and we really thought it was wonderful. The collaboration between all the different types of music, the flamenco, the Ladino songs, and of course in this particular show, since there's a lot of classical elements, we have strings, we have opera singers, it's an interesting combination.
Flamenco is a very particular music that is a mix of lots and lots of culture that came through Spain, but one of the most important is the Sephardit songs. These songs, they are really old. They are from the time when the Jews was thrown out of Spain, or even before that. I would say before that.
There are some really famous ones that everybody in the community would know, and because they're so popular, and there are so few that have survived all this time. So it makes sense that the people in the community would know some of them.
Through music, we find similarities between our cultures. I mean, that is, we're all the same.
The idea of this show is actually that, Jews, Muslims, Christians, whatever religion you are, we should all live together in peace.
One of the points also is that, tolerance among different cultures, religions. I mean, we're all coming from the same place, really. And so that's what we're discovering from doing this.